Hey everyone, it's Monday, January 25th, 2021 already, and it's 4:40. Kind of an end of day review and just kind of recap on the month. The month of January has been really good. Um, like I think I'm up about 30% return on risk capital for the month. um, And one of the things I just started doing was what I'm going to show you here. So I'm using Finviz, which is a free website, and you can go to finviz.com and pretty much do exactly what I'm doing. There are some features there that are paid. You know, if you want to get some additional features, you pay for a few more things. But what I'm going to show you, um, you can do it yourself. So first screen kind of gives you an overview of what's the overall market direction. So this is looking at all stocks in the whole market: S&P, Dow Jones, QQQ, everything. And these three indexes are the big three, of course: the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. But when you break it down a step, they start going into all stocks, even outside of these. So when you look at these different barometers here, like this one, it's showing you that today we made 966 new highs and 30 new lows. So it was a very bullish day. So out of all of the stocks on the New York Stock Exchange, which is about six or 7,000, almost a quarter of, well, 966 of them made a new high, and that's been happening pretty much for the last month. Um, Now here you can see they're looking at the 50 period moving average, and they're saying, okay, out of all the stocks, 83% of them are moving above the 50 period moving average. So that's telling you we're in a very bullish market, very bullish condition. And 6,089% of them, almost 90% of them, are above the smooth moving average, 200 period moving average. So that's like almost like you could take a dart and just choose a stock, and most likely it's going up. Um, so what I have been doing is I come in, glance at this, make sure I got the overall market direction, and then I'm gonna look at the screener tool. All right, then I'm gonna look at the screener tool, and I have a preset screener tool here called the Super Bull screen. Okay, and what that is doing is taking all the stocks and it's searching for a specific criteria that I previously set. So that criteria is, I want to see stocks that are above the 20, above the 50, above the 200 period moving average. They have to be able to be optionable, meaning I can buy, sell, calls, puts, or vice versa. And they have to have a volume over 2 million. So these stocks are highly bullish. They are moving up. They have a very bullish set of indicators that tell me that. All right. And so at the end of the day, what I've been doing is I come in at the end of the day, not at the beginning of the day. That's the key. That's a big key I've kind of discovered. Coming in at the end of the day, like we're looking at this, and it's the end of the day. And you can see out of all the stocks on the market that are in this bullish condition, GameStop Look at the volume on that. Has 100, had traded higher than anything, and it made a new high today. Okay, GameStop, Apple number 2, Neo number 3, Spy number 4. Excuse me. So, and if you do this, if you look at this list every night for the next 20 days, you're gonna see that these names that are coming up on your scan are happening over and over and over again. All right, that it's like wherever the interest is, it just stays there for a few months, and then another set of things come into play. Plug Power is something I've been playing. Microsoft I've been playing. AMD I've been playing. Neo, I own shares in there. Let's see, where else? GM, I sold some puts in GM. So, and I would say out of the last month, I've taken a good number of trades. I mean, it was probably around 50. Let's take just a quick glance at that. Okay, so I would say this is just since January. So out of all of these are all the trades I've taken, and some of them I've been in and out of a couple times. And you can see most of them, 90% of them are winners. And you know, at any point in time, I'm playing with about 10 grand. At any point in time, I'm always just playing around with 10 grand. Don't want to lose more than that at this point. And this is the end of month profit. So probably by the end of the month, and if you include the last part of January, you're looking at an almost 20% return on the 10 grand playing this way. Okay, so this is no joke. Let me just show you one of these things here. So Plug is I think it's like a battery company, one of the revolutionary batteries that are coming out. So I've been playing puts in there, and so let's look at that. So you can see on Plug, take that off. We're gonna show our spread here. So we got a spread in Plug that I put on a couple weeks ago, and you can see the max loss. What I'm risking here is 325. I'm selling the 44 strike puts and risking 325. Right now we're at a $90 profit on the 325 risk. Max profit is 175. That's over 50% return on risk, right? So that's just one example of Plug. Now, from a technical standpoint, this is going back to our screener. It came up on this screener a few weeks ago, and it's still on this screen. It's still on here. So Plug's right here, number 11. We can pop that chart open, and you can see on the weekly, I like to start with the weekly. Been making higher highs, and we're in this, you know, we're in this range here, the 60 to 70 range. I would say 60 to 70, yeah. And if you look on the daily chart, okay, the criteria I like to go on is the stock above the 20? This is the purple, yes. Is it above the 50? The orange, yes. Is it above the 200? Yes. So it's meeting all three of my conditions. And I have another condition called the RSI. I like to see it have a RSI above 50, which is a momentum indicator. Here we're using stochastics and CCI, and that would meet the criteria as well. But so you know, if I were to jump on, if I were not in this already, I would just go in, show you what I would do. I would go in and I would go to the probably I would look at the 25 days to expiration, February 19, and sell the 20 delta put spread. That's right here. Not a ton of liquidity, so we can look at it going here. See, they got 1,900 open contracts here. So let's look at it there. All right, so here, it's not bad. Expirations on February 20, we would be risking with 10 contracts, 650. And we would get we could absorb a good down move here to 54 before we would consider coming out. On 650 risk, you're trying to get, you know, you could get a max. If you stayed in the whole time, you would get a max of 350. Okay, but I would consider getting out at this at 1/2 of that number. So at 150, 200, I would consider getting out. Look at the Greeks. So on the Greeks, this is the at the money price 65. You're making a theta decay of $6.25 a day on 650 risk. $6 a day coming into this trade on $650 dollar max risk. So you're basically that's a good rate of decay. You know, a good rate of decay when you see around 1% of that what you're risking, 1 to 1.5% of what you're risking per day. Okay, look like it moved up a little bit right there, and that's what I would do going into this trade. You know, I gotta say this is for educational purposes only, but that's what I would do. One contract looks like this. Now your max loss is $65. $65. Your max profit is $35 on 65 profit, 65 risk. That's incredible. Within a month, you can make 50% return on risk. That's why I got into this thing, because that kind of thing really blew my mind. So hope everybody's doing good. I hope this was enlightening and inspirational. I know when I started looking at this kind of thing, I was really blown away, and I was like, man, that's just amazing. All right, take care, guys, and we'll talk soon.